in the car on my way home, and this was just crazy news. Didn't expect Chris Paul to actually go to Houston. Lob City Armageddon is occurring. Chris Paul is gone, Blake Griffin's gonna be gone, and DeAndre Jordan, it's like a meteor. Bruce Willis, Sixth Sense. Chris Paul was traded to the Houston Rockets for Sam Dekker, Lou Williams, Patrick Beverley, and a top 3 protected 2018 draft pick. I did not expect at all that Chris Paul would want to be a Houston Rocket, not because of Houston, not because of James Harden, but because of the system that Mike D'Antoni runs. It goes without question that Chris Paul and James Harden worked this out together, because this trade wouldn't have happened without Chris Paul signing off on it, because he was going to opt out of his contract. And now he decides to go with Houston instead of the Supermax deal, the $200 million deal that the Clippers could have offered him. That leaves the question, what's going to happen with Blake Griffin? He could still opt in, which is highly unlikely, with the Clippers, or he could head out, go to Boston, maybe even join up with Chris Paul in Lob City, but the Rockets will still have to trade Ryan Anderson or another piece to clear up some cap space. There's also the Nuggets, the OKC Thunder, his hometown team, so there's still a lot going on with the Clippers and what's going to happen with Blake Griffin. If you're inside the Clippers organization, or you are a fan of the Clippers, you have to at least be thankful that you at least got something back for Chris Paul. I mean, Patrick Beverley, that's a good, solid, young defensive piece, and he's on the right side of 30 in his later 20s. You have Lou Williams, and you have that 2018 pick, which is more than likely going to fall in the later 20s or early 20s. Somewhere in that range is where you expect to be drafting in the 2018 draft. The Houston Rockets still have to make another move, and we're anticipated to try to get Kyle Lowry. Chris Paul, now that they have him, Kyle Lowry is probably out of your options, and Paul Millsap or Blake Griffin. You're going to have and want to get Paul Millsap or Blake Griffin, one of those two, to add to your roster, because just getting to the Western Conference Finals isn't enough. You won't make it past the Warriors with the current roster you have. And if you get Paul Millsap and or Blake Griffin, then you could potentially sign, depending on what the Knicks do with Carmelo Anthony, you could have Carmelo in there, and then you have a four-headed beast, at least for the near future, because these players are still on the opposite side of 30, all of them besides James Harden and Blake Griffin. Realistically, I don't know how great this makes the Houston team, because they do add Chris Paul, a ball-dominant guard, and they have James Harden, who needs the ball in their hands. But I think James Harden is more likely and more able to play off the ball, as he did in Oklahoma City in his younger years. I don't expect this to be the last news coming out of Houston. I did not expect them to get Chris Paul. I thought he'd go, if anywhere, to the Spurs. But that makes Houston a player for some more free agents. The Clippers are out of the running in 2018 for LeBron James. But could Houston, if they don't make another move, be in the running for LBJ? NBA free agency is upon us. July 1st is almost here, so expect to hear more news coming out of Houston on who they're targeting, whether that be Paul Millsap, Blake Griffin, or even in the long shot, try to get Carmelo Anthony if he gets a buyout of his contract. Let me know who you think won the Houston Clippers trade, and let me know down below who you think the Houston Rockets should target next in this free agency coming up. Anyway, stay frosty, remember I love you, and I'll catch you next time. If you enjoy NBA content, whether that be the NBA news or NBA 2K, over to my left is the link to subscribe to my channel, as well as the link to my previous video. Thanks so much for watching, God bless, and I hope you have a fantastic